All right, folks. So we have SotN and on call with me. We had some technical issues, but on call with me is Mouse. You want to introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, this is Wild Mouse. I'm the developer of the Symphony of the Night Randomizer.
You want to give us a brief explanation of what got you working on the randomizer?
Yeah, sure. I was bored. I needed a project to kind of keep me streaming and kind of rejoin the SotN community, which I had kind of taken a long hiatus from. There had been some work on a relic randomizer by Sets. Sets is his username, SETZ. He'd done the initial relic randomization in a Python script like a bit over a year ago, I want to say. I kind of ported that into JavaScript, made it available on online in like a simple format where you could just drag in your image of Symphony of the Night and then click a button to randomize it. And then since then I've been adding randomization features like not just relic randomization but like enemy drops, starting equipment, locations of all items in the game, the prologue rewards, stuff like that.
Yeah. And did you already mention how long you've been working on this for?
Yeah, I think the first release was in March of this year, so it's pretty fresh, it's pretty new.
Any other notable people have been working on it with you?
Let's see. Well, shout outs to Elite Soba, who helped. Let's see. I guess he kind of redid a lot of the logic, the relic placement logic, and made it a bit more intuitive to lock locations to different abilities. And since then, we've kind of extended that to allow anyone who uses the randomizer to kind of create their own logic. So if you go to SotN.io right now and you want to try this out, you can actually select different relic logic to make it a bit more interesting than what we're going to play today, which is safe mode. We call it safe because it requires no like speedrun or glitch knowledge for completion of a seed. But if you're so inclined, you could also try out like the glitch modes, which ROM Scout helped devise, and they're a bit more agonizing. Probably require quite a bit of extensive glitch knowledge of this game in order to even get to different locations.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna boot this up, and then I'll let you take away the rest of the commentary throughout the run. I'm sure you'll be able to add little tidbits and stuff and facts during the routing process of this game. And yeah, this seed is blind to me. I don't know anything about the seed really, and we're going to do our best with this seed, and hopefully it isn't too trolly. So we'll see what happens. Alright, so we're just going to confirm the seed with you, Mouse. So it should say the name of the seed at the top. Can you confirm that it's supposed to be Range Rocky Cam?
Yep.
Or Cam or whatever?
That is correct.
Alright. So normally we can confirm the seed name not only with that, but also the starting gear. Usually we look at the first two starting equipment pieces that get stolen from death, but that is another good way to confirm that as well. So anyways, I'm ready to start the run. So time in 3, 2, 1, start.
Right, good luck, have fun.
Yep, always remember to skip the cutscenes. That's usually one thing some people forget. So this is being played on the BizHawk here with the relic tracker that Talik made. He made a port as well for PSX Gen as well. But anyways, we're going to do the Drac intro with Richter. I'm not very good with Richter. I'm not very good in general, but been learning a lot. And for someone who doesn't really do glitchless yet, I've gotten pretty good over the last like couple weeks or so. And
So I guess to speak a little bit about what the category we're doing is, we're doing kind of, I guess you would say a rando-only category at least. This category didn't really exist until people started playing the randomizer and racing it against each other. So the category is called Glitchless plus Spikebreaker. Normally, when Glitchless is run, the Spikebreaker armor is completely skipped by using potion abuse in order to get through this hallway that we call the Spike Hallway, getting to the Silver Ring in Maria. But to make the race a little bit more interesting, we've added the necessity to get Spikebreaker, so you can't use the potion abuse anymore. And it just makes routing Randomizer a little bit more interesting. And so, yeah, you just saw Mash complete the prologue, as we call it, where you fight Dracula for the first time, and you fight him again at the end of the game.
It wasn't the cleanest prologue, I'll say, because I kind of messed up the timing there on the Hydrostorm, but that's not too important.
Yeah, and you got through it, and you didn't get hit, so you're going to start with great stats.
Oh,
there are a lot of things like that.
Gear that we have.
So yeah, it looks like you have the right starting equipment, Ice Brand and Elven Cloak. You're just gonna... Mash is making his way through the entrance here. Those zombies are notorious for popping up like Pop-Tarts and just kind of ruining your day. Taking damage when you otherwise shouldn't. We're gonna go through the meatloaf, as we call it in this room, this rock formation.
It's always a little slow getting through those as well.
Yeah. So basically this first couple minutes of the game is just kind of...
Just want to shout out to that Mana Prism.
Yeah, the Mana Prism is something I looked for when curating the seed. So yeah, while this is just like a standard seed, I threw away a lot of seeds I didn't think made the cut for a good marathon randomizer.
So we're going to do an item check I normally don't do. It was highly recommended that we do this. So we have a very interesting starting equipment. Oh god, you're trying to kill me.
Yep. So the duplicator is kind of a double-edged sword. It gives you the ability to duplicate any consumable item that you use in your hands, but it also takes away like a lot of your defense. So you're almost like in Richter mode. You can do tons of damage and heal infinitely, have infinite mana, but you can also get damaged a lot if you get hit.
Yeah,
so we have some really good equipment aside from having a duplicator. We've got a Mana Prism and a library card. The library card can be used as fast travel to go directly to the library, and of course the Mana Prism refills your mana immediately. So as long as he uses those while the duplicator is equipped, he has an infinite supply of both.
we also got a meal ticket.
Meal ticket also can be used for fast travel as well. You can take advantage of some food dashing, as we call it, where you equip meal ticket with duplicator, and then spam duplicator and backdash to cancel the backdash cooldown. And it's actually faster than shield dashing, I believe.
It can be, I guess. I don't really do it ever, so I can't confirm. Usually don't bother grabbing meal tickets unless I think they're library cards.
Well, you might want to, depending on how fast you get a shield, it may be faster to just meal ticket dash, but it also depends on how comfortable you feel with having duplicator equipped at this point in the game.
I mean, what? I use a monster vial and, you know.
You can do that. Yeah, let's make this interesting. Oh. It looks like we got a library card equipped, so I don't know if you meant to do that, but...
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
We'll be using that shortly. So, this will be interesting. I don't know what we have going on here, but Gaibon will be something. I'm gonna quickly do a first save here. It's just gonna auto-save anyways, but it'll give us full health just in case we don't have a good time. That way we stay on track.
The first time you go into a save room, it auto-saves. The next time you go into a save room, it gives you the choice whether you want to save or not, but it will also refill your health and your mana, so maybe not in this run, but in a lot of rando runs where you don't have access to duplicator and mana prism, you'll often see people go into save rooms just to do a quick re-up on mana. Alright, very interesting approach to this fight by using Monster Vial. And we're through.
I mean, it was a little laggy, but I mean, it worked.
Yep.
I almost feel like switching that off now would be a better call.
Yeah, you might want to use Obsidian Sword now. Obsidian Sword also a really good weapon. And while he has gravity boots already, he could also abuse the thrust animation on some two-handed swords to gain a little bit more height than you're supposed to through a jump.
Now, I realized that I didn't do 2 checks that I could have done with the gravity boots. That's fine. I will, I'll go back and do those. I don't know why I went up and around, but we'll deal with that later. Hopefully the one item check that I didn't do isn't a big deal, but there seems to be a lot of mana prisms in this seed.
Yep. In case you accidentally use one with that duplicator equipped, you'll have some backups.
Yeah, so we're gonna go do our first other relic check, and we're gonna be teleporting to the library with the library card soon. That's why I have it equipped. Or I did. I'm gonna re-equip it shortly. Power of Sire, actually. This is another interesting equipment piece. So actually,
Power of Sire, yeah.
I mean, we're just gonna easy mode now. I mean, stuff's just gonna die. It's like a bamboo sword up there. We don't need that.
Yeah, epilepsy warning though.
So that's not a good one. I'm gonna do one more. No, we can't even do that check. So you know what? Library card time.
Which check are you talking about? Because you might be.
I was gonna try to like grab boot all the way up the tower and then library card, like the clock room, but
Gotcha.
we can't do that yet. We can't chain grab boots yet. I also don't think that we have any money, as far as I'm aware, either, or anything we're selling.
I'm interested in this.
Yeah, we don't really have much, but we'll
Yeah,
be back
like-
there.
You'll notice that we collect money in this game, and you can buy things in the shop with that money. You can also collect some saleable jewels, which you can sell for money in the shop menu.
Yeah, saleable. Okay, the audio skipped there for a sec, but no biggie.
Master Librarian also sells a relic, which in this case, it's always randomized, and in this case it's, was it Echo of that, I believe?
Yes.
So, yeah, we'll probably want to get that unless we get another way to get through the Spike Maze in order to get to the Spikebreaker.
I mean, if we keep up with this, we should be good. I don't know if I can actually get enough height.
Yep, you can get there.
There we go. So we got just enough height to get up there without anything crazy. And that was worth it, I think. We got double jump. So now we can grab boot chain, which is kind of what I wanted to do earlier. So there's one more check that we can do in library, but unfortunately we can't. We also don't have enough money to buy the relic. So we have a library card. It's a very easy trip back here. So it's not a big deal at all. So we don't, like, I mean, this seed would go by really quickly if, like, the first few relics were, like, bat. Which I'm hoping, though, that that's not what we missed. I'm hoping. We'll be going back and getting them. We usually pretty much complete all of first castle before we hit the Drac, usually.
So I've played through most of the seed, and I'll try not to spoil stuff, but yeah, movement options are not going to be an issue.
I mean, with grab boot chaining as it is, I don't think we'll really have too many issues. Once you get batted, it just opens up so many windows along with mist. Oh, speaking of bat, there it is.
Yep.
So, yeah.
It's behind this elevator door, which he's going to have to first unlock by opening the switch up here at the top of the outer wall. And while he's here, he might want to, it's really up to him, but he might want to check out, oh, looks like he's going to skip going to Clock Tower and do that check. I'll probably have to do that later then.
Well, Clock Tower is usually where I go, but I think with Bat, I think we're gonna try a little bit of a different, or not with Bat. I'm gonna go back there. I was going back to get a couple relics. So we're unlocking a shortcut.
Alright, so he's gonna get, he'll get Bat Relic on his return trip to Outer Wall. Alright, now he's gonna get the 2 relic checks in Alchemy Lab that he forgot to do on his first pass through. Very shortly we're gonna see what the turkey mode offers you in the randomizer. Get a lot of questions as to what turkey mode is, and all it really is it replaces the sub-weapons that are normally in these tanks in this room with turkeys. It's basically to make finding sub-weapons a bit more interesting.
Not a very good check.
Tubesy is asking if you forgot that you had Leapstone, and it does not look like he did because he's double jumping right now.
No, I know I have it. I have to be able to use it for grav chaining and stuff.
You normally can't chain together gravity boots unless you have Leapstone. But if you're a trickster, you can also transform into you have a transformation. We do not currently have a transformation right now. But if you did, you can transform and then untransform, and then the game, for some reason, lets you chain gravity boots after that. We don't know why.
I think it's kind of similar to how you can do a dive kick out of transform as well. It's very similar to that, I think.
Yeah, it's related to your air state in the game. But why it gets reset to like a Leapstone air state after untransforming is anybody's guess. Alright, so it appears that Nash is gonna make his way to, I guess, the clock room now and do some item checks there, maybe go into Olrox before
Yeah,
going back to Outer Wall and getting Bat.
that's exactly the plan.
Okay. So yeah, there's a teleporter in Olrox quarters that he's most likely going to use to bring him back to Outer Wall so he can get the Bat Relic. And once you have Bat Relic, that'll save him quite a bit of time on movement. Like, you won't have to dash through any of these rooms. You could basically just fly through them at
I
quite a
just
fast
keep
rate.
forgetting that you can't go down that way, you have to go back up. Oh. Alright. Alright, we made it up. Alright, so not really a good relic. I am going to check the other side to see what items are over there. I mean, Cross Shuriken's not bad. It's not no Buffalo Star, though.
Yeah, Buffalo Star is used to deal a lot of damage if you've got a duplicator. Also, you might have seen Mash struggling a bit to chain gravity boots when flying up to the top of that room. But chaining gravity boots is actually a bit trickier than it seems. You have to exhaust your double jump normally before the game lets you grab boot from a jump. So like jumping in the air won't necessarily allow you to gravity boots. You'd have to do a second jump in order to get it. It's kind of weird.
Surprised that actually didn't kill him. Alright, that guy's just gonna throw a sword that way. We do not want to be on the other end of that. Alright, so...
Yeah. Another time to point out the duplicator really diminishes your defense, so you take a lot of damage when you get hit.
Yeah, we're sitting at like 59.
Alright, while we are in Olrock's quarters, there is, you do have access to the Coliseum, which makes another relic check available, but we'll be doing that at a later time. Right now we're going to get that. And then, yeah, a lot of the game is now opened up. There are a couple relic checks you can't get without the ability to turn into mist and check mist gate relics. But hopefully we'll be getting that soon.
Yeah, it's kind of why I'm avoiding Coliseum right now, just in case, and also the last library check, which we have a library card to get to anyway, so it's not a big deal.
Well, Coliseum, you don't have to worry about because you can always go through that gate through the boss fight.
Yeah, that's true.
And since you do have Power of Sire and Duplicator, I would not worry about that boss fight at all.
The other thing we're going to start doing is Mana Prism.
Yep. Now we have infinite mana, and we can wing smash chain all we want, basically.
Yeah, we just...
So the last relic that Mash picked up was the Merman statue, which grants him access to a new area that's normally blocked off if you go there. And that allows for one more relic check. And going through the clock tower leads us to the castle keep and 3 additional relic checks in there. There's going to be a very short boss fight that we'll be seeing after the next screen. But Mash has to be a little bit careful with his health right now since he's a bit low, and
I think we'll be okay.
He does take a lot of damage when he gets hit this early into the game with Duplicator equipped, but yeah.
I think we have a potion or something. I mean, we have the meal ticket, right? So maybe time to use that.
Yeah, you should show off some food dashing.
Don't know how well I can do that, but... You can go pretty far with the food, or whatever. But anyways, we got food. Turkey is always good. Alright, so I think we got enough food.
Yeah. He's full up on turkey now. So that's the boss fight, everybody. Goes by pretty quick with Power Sire. And look at all that lag. Man, oh man. People who are used to playing this game on Xbox are in for quite a surprise when they see it played on PlayStation, because, yeah, the contrast in performance is stark. Alright, cool, we got Royal Cloak. I think that's a bit of an upgrade over nothing, no cloak, but
yeah,
not much.
Gonna be a little careful with the enemies coming up as well. Oop. I don't know why I lost the double jump there. Okay, we're just gonna float that up there. Alright, so this is Vlad Relic number 3. I think we're okay with health for now. There's plenty of other ways to get health later. But there's a couple of relics that we want to...
So we've got 3 out of the 5 required Vlad relics that you need in order to beat the game. Yeah, having the 5 Vlad relics will open up the light chamber and second castle. Normally in a non-randomized run, you'd get the 5 relics after, well, 3 of them are locked behind bosses, although, let's see, one of them is, no, well, 2 of them are actually not, like, directly behind bosses, but behind chambers that you can only access after defeating a boss, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, so we're good now. We have 4 already, so this is going by pretty quickly. Alright, so we opened up Warlocks, so we're going to do that now, because it's basically the next teleport.
Yep, back to Olrock's quarters, and now with Jewel of Open, after this we can access the basement, and I'm not sure if Mash feels like doing it now, but he could also go through Coliseum. There's one relic check in there.
On the return trip, we're definitely doing that, because after that, I'm done with this area. Also, be nice to have it open for when we go round up Silver Ring later. Kind of keep forgetting we have Duplicator this early. I'm not used to having that in a seed at all, ever.
Yeah, seeds that have Duplicator can be pretty rare.
Chrysogrim seems to be pretty frequent, though, surprisingly. Like second longest death animation besides Asmodin.
Yeah, the Akmadan and Olrock's death animations are excruciatingly long.
Alright, another not great relic check. So there's one more here that a lot of people forget about that we'll be checking.
So yeah, there's there's a relic in this secret area where you normally get sword card here, but it's kind of hidden in a wall, so not the easiest relic to find in the game.
And it's another wolf relic, so we're just gonna avoid that.
Now we're gonna open up a shortcut. You normally can't get through all rocks through the chapel until you open up that shortcut there.
May not even need it, but we'll know or not when we go do another check.
Just a reminder that you have that and infinite mana.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. I gotta be careful going into the spikes.
Yeah, Dan Sidney, why don't you just chill out, man? Mistakes happen.
So there's our mist. So we'll need that for the other library check if we're going to do that.
Yep. That allows us to get through mist gates. That's also required to get the silver ring. Yeah, and it's in the vanilla location. How about that?
Ring of Arcana is really nice as well.
Yeah, Ring of Arcana increases rates of item drops. Although at this point you don't really need many more drops.
I think we're okay on drops.
Yeah, you're set on equipment.
Alright, so we're getting out of here and we're going to go use our Jewel of Open. Alright, so we're heading this way through the clock, which is like closest way to where the Jewel of Open used to be. No, not through that door.
Alright, so now the basement is opened up. That grants us access to one more relic check and also the Spikebreaker room.
I had to grab that just because.
Manly's pointing out that you chose to forgo the 0.45 second time save I discovered by buffering a backdash through blue doors, but that's alright.
You buffer a backdash through them?
Yeah, if you hold back and backdash at the same time, you can backdash when you normally don't have control of Alucard. It's weird.
That is something
Sure,
I
yeah.
did not know.
Oh man, you don't follow my personal attacks at Talixolic / strategy videos I post on Twitter?
I've seen most of the ones that Talix posted. Most of them.
Well, Talic wouldn't have posted this one because I came up with it and he totally refuted it would save time, even though it was a very obvious time save.
I mean, I can say that we don't have a Chrysogram and that would be boring compared to having the duplicator, I think. It would be pretty much like a run through everything and watch everything be sliced up kind of run.
Yeah, this is almost a hands-off run at this point with Duplicator and Parasire.
Yeah.
And infinite mana and library card. Yeah, you'll see. This should be a fast seed. But yeah, normally Gold Ring is, in a Glitchless run, Gold Ring and Silver Ring are required in order to get Holy Glasses. So yeah, we have one of those required rings. Now we're going to, since we picked up the Merman statue earlier, it allows us access to the Holy Symbol location. Normally this Oarsman, I guess is his name, he isn't here unless you have the Merman statue relic. But since we picked that up, yeah.
I find
have
wing
access to this
smashing
area.
through this area is kind of dangerous.
Indeed. And also you gotta wait here anyway until his boat gets there. And his boat is super slow. Like literally Alucard can walk faster than his boat.
I backdashed all along the bottom before if I had the relic to
Oh yeah.
stand in there.
backdashing is way faster, but like Alucard's like even his slow ass walk animation is faster.
Alright, so that's one method that we'll get through Catacombs with. With the mana that we have, it shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Those bats wanted to make sure you got that garnet.
I guess. I didn't even know it was down there until they kindly showed me it.
Alright, you're making me very nervous.
Yeah, I'm making myself nervous as well. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna just throw some hamburgers. Is that less nervous now?
That's better.
Alright, we're good.
Alright, so now there are a couple relics we can do here, and also after one of them will be very near the entrance relic, which I imagine Mash is going to check at the same time.
Yeah.
But first, on his way there, he's going to activate the switch, which opens up the abandoned mine, which gives him access to the catacombs. You just passed over a wooden bridge there. That's the entrance to the abandoned mine. But you won't be able to open that until you access this switch, which summons a skeleton ape with a barrel by that bridge, which you can lure him over and get him to throw his barrel to blow it up.
I actually have a weapon now.
Nice.
Like an okay weapon.
Very good weapon, actually.
Kind of messed that up a little bit, but that's fine. So, there's Holy Symbol. I don't have to fear the water anymore. This will be a little less nervous. I don't know why wing smashing's a little off today. Oh god. Oh, no. Okay, there's the Grizzergrim.
Nice.
That's like 3 seeds in a row.
Now Mash will be opening up a shortcut, which allows him to go from the entrance into the caverns. And he's doing this mainly so he can do the relic check at the very beginning of the game, where normally you'd find Skill of Wolf, I believe, or Power of Wolf. I don't remember.
I think it's Skill of Wolf, from what I remember. But yeah, you'd be able to access it using a number of different ways.
Yeah, if you've done Randomizer a lot, you'd probably recognize this as like, yeah, this is the conventional time that you would do this check. It's usually the fastest way to do it.
As much as I liked the Power of Sire, we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna use the game that everybody loves in CVHD.
Now, if I were Mash, I probably would have equipped Vorpal Blade in left hand and Mana Prism in right hand, so that I could Vorpal Blade dash.
Vorpal Blade Dash.
Yeah, the Vorpal Blade is 1 frame cancelable, so it's basically shield dashing.
Interesting.
Grizzergrim, yeah, Grizzergrim is like considerably slower.
I mean, at this point, most of the enemies are really slow, so I will take your suggestion only because you gave a good valid point for it. But I also equipped him in the wrong slot.
That's alright.
Where is my Mana Prisms? They're there. Apparently we have 3.
Yeah, they're all over the seed. Alright, so now back over to that wooden bridge I mentioned earlier, and we'll see that a skeleton ape has been spawned there, which wasn't there on our first pass over it. There he is.
I'm trying to get
Oh, wow.
over him. We're
Totally
fine.
nailed Mash with a barrel.
We're okay.
Yeah, one thing I discovered a few years ago, it wasn't in the all bosses run. You would just you would fly through skeleton ape and then reload the room to respawn him. But I discovered that if you left him be, like if you didn't kill him, you just need to get him off screen and then go back and he'd have his barrel again. Probably saved like, I don't know, half a second maybe, or more, I don't know.
Yeah, I started doing that, and it's just way faster that way. We're gonna quickly go down here and just get health, just in case. Think we'll be okay.
Yeah, hitting that room is probably comparable with going into the inventory and equipping a healing item, so either way, just as fast. Alright, again, typical boss fight when you're this overpowered. Just kind of melt through enemies. Now on our way to do the demon card check. This is in vanilla. This is where you would get demon card.
Wow. The imps do quite a bit.
Oh yes, they do.
Alright, so it's unfortunate. Spirit Orb. I got stuck there. Alright, so we're going down.
Now we're going down, and we're going to go through Spikebreaker Maze, which is the dark room maze before Spikebreaker. Once you have Spikebreaker and Form of Mist, which you already have, then we'll have access. Oh, you also need Jewel of Open. But we'll have access to the room in the chapel where there's a Maria cutscene, and she'll drop the silver ring. Then we'll be able to open up the clock room chamber and get the holy glasses. And then we'll be able to do the good version of the Richter fight where you actually defeat Shaft for the first time.
The other thing is too, like, I was wondered, is it normally faster just a library card out of this and then grab the teleporter?
Depending on resources, so I think it's a safer bet to library card because depending on your clock cycle. Oh no, I'm sorry. After Spikebreaker, yeah, it's definitely faster to library card.
Alright, there we go. I've only done this a couple times where we go through there with Mist rather than Echo. And I know we're still missing one Flatty Daddy relic, but we're missing one of them so far still.
Yeah, the intended way you're supposed to get through that maze is with the Echo of Bat. And Bat Relic. Where was Echo the Seed? I forget.
It was a shop.
Oh yeah, since we haven't bought that yet. And now we don't need to.
No, we just happened to get missed. We can also do the check here, finally. The one that we haven't done yet, just to make sure that we're not leaving behind a relic in First Castle. Like, I mean, Miss has experience with that, right?
Oh yeah, that's my strategy, actually.
Ow. And those flea riders.
Oh wow.
It's actually pretty rare to see Mudmen.
Yeah. It's actually pretty rare for a lesser demon to not be dead after 2 seconds.
Unless you're me.
Unless you're MASH.
I also got tricked into doing a interesting thing, fire boomeranging Drac at the end. So there's all of our relics. So I'm pretty sure we're piecing out of here soon.
Tubes wanted to know if I prepped multiple seeds, and yes, I did. I found 3 seeds that all had Duplicator, Library Card, and Mana Prism before you left entrance. This is the best one out of all of them, though.
I'm trying to see if we have a potion, because I don't want to use the thing, but I mean, we have turkey, right? I thought I saw turkey. I have pizza as well, but turkeys are better. Where's my... There it is. Okay, so we're leaving library now after doing that check. I mean, it was worth coming back here just to do that one.
Yeah, sirloin and sushi are, I think, the best healing foods in the game.
I didn't see that I had either of them in my inventory,
I
unfortunately.
don't think you did. I don't think you did.
Or else I would have grabbed those for sure.
I'm just responding to chat.
I actually didn't pull up chat on the other screen. I probably should have done that, but let's me focus a bit more over here. Alright, as much as we can go with the relics that we have, we are still missing a very key piece item to allow us get up there. So we're going to go get that now.
Yep. Now we're headed to the chapel. This is actually the fastest way to get there from after getting what was I saying? Yeah, after getting to get Silver Ring
After getting
from the
Spikebreaker.
library. Yeah, this is the fastest way.
I mean, it's faster even with teleporter as well, just from going down there up. If you didn't have the library card even, so.
Yep, that's true. If you have to if you have to teleport to the area, then the keep teleport is the fastest way to go.
So we skipped doing a cutscene that normally triggers there.
Yeah, that triggers if you haven't fought Minotaur Werewolf before fighting Hippogriff.
Which usually is how my runs go. Usually. Okay, so we're gonna make sure we put on Spikebreaker first before being silly.
Yeah, also if you've played this game extensively and you were wondering why there was no Maria cutscene the first time we went to the clock room, that's because that is actually patched out in the randomizer. Mainly because, side note, Nash is getting a silver ring, so now he's got both rings, so now he can get holy glasses. But yeah, that Maria cutscene is patched out because a lot of times people will get early movement options, and then during that cutscene, they'll try to exit through like one of the top exits, like through a statue, or go to gravity boots, and they'll find that there's no way to actually escape that room except through the side hallways. And that's because the game doesn't expect you to be able to have, you know, any like movement options through there. So you're actually in like a whole nother zone in the game. You're not actually connected to the castle through the normal exits. So to avoid confusion, I just thought it was best to just patch that out. There's also another cutscene with Maria in Alchemy Lab that I had to patch out because, well, it would just soft lock the game if you went in under certain circumstances, which you're not normally supposed to be able to do. But even in vanilla, you are able to soft lock the game unless you know better. but it's quite a common occurrence in Randomizer if you were just kind of like searching around and didn't know better.
I'm being stupid. Literally forgot to grab holy glasses.
That's right.
Minor mistake.
Yeah, you didn't lose any time.
Be really bad to go fight Richter right now and not have holy glasses.
Well, I mean, alright, well, we lost a little time by going to the teleporter, but...
Could have been worse. We could have gone to fight Richter. Just thinking to myself, it's like, wait. This is not how we want to do this.
Alright, don't forget to, so you should equip Duplicator during this part, just so you don't forget, which I always tend to do.
Oh yeah, and then just end up burning the mana prisms. Yeah.
Yeah.
That usually could happen. I don't really have anything else that's better other than like Arcana, maybe Bloodstone. Meh. Pretty sure we figured out the first castle and how we went and did this.
Oh well, you're in great shape for a second castle, considering you already have all the 5 Vlad relics.
Yeah, it's just like a straight shot to him, which is
Yeah.
there's
And you're
one.
looking at an easy
Yeah.
sub-hour first castle here.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is not kill Richter at this point.
Or you mean kill Richter? Kill Richter, but not kill Richter? I'm gonna kill him my favorite way possible, since we have the ability to do so. And it's actually good that that was open. Means we didn't screw around too much while we were down there. Wow, I'm just getting knocked around a little bit.
That diabolical teleporter zone.
I don't know why sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It just...
Because SotN.
Yup. Because so... Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen anytime soon, Flea Riders.
Flea Riders are without a doubt the most annoying aspect to Rando. In my opinion. Alright, now we gotta equip these holy glasses, otherwise we won't be able to see the shaft orb. And there you go, that's it. You just gotta hit the orb 10 times.
Turns out
And then
Gas
on to
Cloud
second
does a good
castle.
job.
Yeah, Gas Cloud's a very easy way to get through that. Alright, on to second castle. And Mash can basically take the any percenter out since he's got all the relics.
So that means we're gonna go up through Medusa, and then instead of fighting Achman, we're going to end up skipping him.
If you wanted to do the optimal route, you could go through Reverse Coliseum, although it can be a bit scarier due to having to go through that Minotaur werewolf room. So
Oh yeah,
it's up to you.
that's some scary stuff.
Yeah, you drop a wing smash through there, it could easily kill you. No, very close to getting hit by that balloon pod, but managed to sneak by
Yeah,
it.
managed to sneak by it, thankfully. Can we just graph boot? Is that a thing?
Ah, yeah. So another thing that going through Deathwing's lair avoids is having to do the Imp room, which is another notoriously difficult spot in the game. For one, the Imp room seriously lags the game, and it kind of messes with your wing smash inputs. And also the imps can just kind of get a hold of you and lock your inputs, and it's just really annoying. Alright, you might want to heal.
Oh yeah, we'll heal.
Alright.
Okay, so do we have healing? Yeah.
So normally, in a randomizer, one of the goals you're trying to reach is to have some kind of endgame weapon to kill Dracula with. Luckily in this seed we have many options. We got Chrysogrim, Vorpal Blade, Power Siren, Duplicator. Did you pick up a Mad Longsword at some point?
I may have.
Alright, so we might even have an interesting shield spell combo, but I'm not entirely sure about that.
We'd have to see. Apparently, doing that with my other attack button is not as easy.
My favorite Drac kill is Medusa Shield Spell and Power of Mist. It's a lot of fun.
I would have agreed with that one as well, but then I found Dark Shield and Shield Rub.
But then you have to keep recasting the Dark Shield spell. What's cool about Medusa Shield Spell is you just cast it once, then you go into Power of Mist, and then you just go have a bite while the Shield spell does its thing.
Yeah. I mean, we should be okay, but we're gonna make a safety save.
You never know. But yeah, if Mash plays his cards right here, we're looking at a sub-hour seed, everybody. So now begins the Family Feud portion of the game. But first we gotta get through the drunk uncle.
Alright, so we're going to take out the duplicator now. I think we're done with that. We don't have as much damage output as we normally would want, even with the weapons we have. But I also wasn't being close enough to hit multiple times either. I could have killed him with like some of the throwing stars as well.
Alright, so we should be coming up on time if Mash doesn't die.
Well, I don't know. I just got hit there.
Oof.
Let's get ready on time. Hold on. About to die here. Let's fix this. Well, that's exactly what we didn't want to have happen. We can still do it. Funny enough.
Good thing we saved.
Yeah. I was hoping for a potion or something. That would have at least helped a little bit better, but there was one way, way back that we didn't grab.
Should probably equip Turkey or something instead of Mana Prism for the fight.
Yeah. Actually, I had Vorpal Chrysogrim on at that point. Which I'm surprised he didn't die before I did. Because I feel like he was really close to being dead at that point. Yeah, I think we're good. I think that was slightly faster for him. Alright, let's have a better Vladdy Daddy fight. Time.
Alright, GG.
That was close.
Cool. Sub-hour.
Yeah. So actually, my best PB, even when I was playing well, was actually 105. So
Nice, that's a PB.
yeah. So severely underestimate, which is good. even with the worst possible odds. So.
Well, thanks very much for the run, Mash.
No, it was nice having you jump on there and work on some interesting seeds.
Yeah, good to be here as well. I enjoyed commentating.
Any other last remarks or anything you want to say before we hop off and get the next runs going?
I'd just like to say thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks to the NASA staff. Thanks to the runners. Everybody check out the Symphony of the Night Randomizer at SotN.io. That's SOTN.io, and there's a link to the long library, which is the Discord that a lot of us hang out in. There's a link on that site. So, thanks for inviting me. This is Wild Mouse on commentary. Goodbye.
Have a good one, my old boss. Thank you.